Okay, we're back with more Final Fantasy XIV goodness. Let's go see this speech that this dude is supposed to be making. When we last left off, we had learned about the new section of the Alamegan Resistance. And they're supposed to be, like, pretty much like the big head honcho here. You know what? Fucking, I ain't using Mount Guide. Sleipnir. But he's supposed to be like this. They're supposed to be like these big bad section of the Alamegan Resistance, so we're gonna find out what this is all about, and I'm hoping that we get a little bit of voiceovers here, because I feel like eating, and I've got some meatloaf over here that I want to eat. So I'm hoping for voiceovers while I do my commentaries. Yeah, excuse me, Gollum. There it is. Whoa! Lookalikes. Wow, it's like almost looking at twins. Anyways. Has it begun already? I hear voices coming from within. Well, let's see. Come on, voiceovers.
Brothers and sisters, 20 years ago, Alamigo, our home, was claimed by the Garlean Empire. In our haste to overthrow the King of Ruin, we turned a blind eye to our foes in the north. With our glorious revolution, we but laid a path for a new tyrant to succeed the old. And when confronted with our failure, we fled. Not a day goes by that I do not think of those we left behind. Think of them and feel ashamed. And I know each and every one of you feels the same. We abandoned them, our own flesh and blood, to labor till their backs gave in and their breath gave out. Building the twisted steel ramparts which now mar our once majestic mountains. We abandoned them, the brave and true, to fight and die for their country. Or worse, to be conscripted and sent off to rob another poor bastard of his home. We abandoned them, the meek and powerless, to bow and scrape when the Garleans pass, to sully themselves that they might live to see another day of misery. The Black Wolf may be dead, but a new Imperial Viceroy reigns in Alamigo now. A beast, not a fraction as merciful. You all know the Eorzean Alliance will do naught to oppose him. For all their promises and platitudes, they will not act if there's no profit in it. Only we can free our brothers and sisters from the Empire's tyranny, my friends. Only we have the courage to stand and fight. They have imprisoned us. They have enslaved us, and they have murdered us, but no more! Blood demands blood, and the Garleans shall pay for every drop they have spilt upon our lands.
This guy's good.
I promise you. For we have a power within us, my friends. A power befitting our pride, our righteousness. Only join us, and we shall grant you the means to unleash it. And together, we shall see the Alamegan standard raised over the mountains of Gia Albania once more.
Very convincing. Very heartfelt.
Befitting their pride. Not at all ominous, that. Wait, is that...
The fuck?
What are you two doing here?
We could ask you the same thing.
Ask you the same thing.
Well, this is quite the surprise.
If you see what I see, if you feel as I feel...
Might I suggest we continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings?
It is not strength of arms that will win this battle, but strength of heart.
And there's the last two dipsticks we needed to find. Please let there be voiceovers. Please let there be more voiceovers. I'm still eating. Nope, of course not. Words cannot express how glad I am to see you both alive and well. And you! Though it was pretty obvious you and Chris would be fine. The Crystal Braves never had a realistic chance of capturing any of the Scions, divided as they were and distrusted by the better part of Eorzea. But if you truly believe that, forgive me, what exactly have you been doing all this time? Repaying a favor. After the banquet, we had no choice but to flee Ul'dah, and we would not have been able to do so without the aid of some old friends from the Resistance. That's right. They smuggled us out of the city and sheltered us in Little Alamigo, all at great risk to themselves. Obviously, we couldn't let that go unacknowledged, so we offered to help them out with their operations for a while. When we learned of the Scion's exoneration, that Lolorito had severed all ties with the Crystal Braves, and that General Raubon had been reinstated, we resolved to make contact. But having long since discarded our link pearls as a precautionary measure, our options were rather limited. To make matters more complicated, we were embroiled in a delicate operation at the time, leaving me with little choice but to entrust a letter to a courier. I gather from your puzzled expressions, however, that you never received it. To be honest, we thought this might happen. While the masks are happy to let refugees spread the word within the community, they're pretty strict about communicating with outsiders. Oh, and we also heard a rumor that the Griffin doesn't want us meddling in his affairs. The Griffin mistrusts the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Curious. It is well known that we are no friends to Garlemald. One would think the man we saw beseeching all and sundry to join his cause would welcome our support. I should say that the man you saw was not in fact the Griffin, but an impersonator. A talented rabble-rouser to boot. 'Twould not surprise me if he were responsible for the majority of these public appearances. As you may have gathered, the Griffin is an extremely cautious and distrusting man who has made every effort to conceal his identity. Even when we participated in a raid under his direct command, we were not permitted to approach him. It's hard to know what to make of it all. The secrecy, the impersonators, the masks. You're one to talk, Ida. What? It's not as if I'm making all of you wear one, and mine only covers half my face. It's completely different. Anyway, when we heard the Griffin was due to give a speech, we thought it might be a good opportunity to get a better sense of the man behind the... to get a better sense of the man. for all the good it did. And now you have heard the whole of it. But tell me, what prompted you to take an interest in the Griffin? Well, we heard about some crystals being shipped. Summoning? You're not serious? I can't believe it. The Resistance would never entertain such a ridiculous plan, but the Griffin... Well, the man is an enigma. I cannot say with any confidence what he could or would not do. What I can say, however, is that the speech we heard today was not the first to make reference to a power capable of defeating the Empire. The Masters have made many such claims of late. I confess, I had assumed it to be mere bluster, but in the context of the shipments of which you spoke, it is not impossible that they are alluding to a primal. Whatever it is, we'll find out together. And if anyone tries to stop us, they'll answer to me. Indeed. That is, assuming you'll have us. Welcome back to the Scions, guys. And the fold is pretty much complete. It's good to have Ida and Papali and Mo back, because I was missing in the straight man act. This meatloaf is really good. Hold on. That was good meatloaf. Anyways. Hold on. Need to wash that down. Anyways. Let's continue. Ooh, what do we got? Oh, God. Meh. If, as is expressed, the Griffin is indeed plotting to summon a primal, we must needs obtain confirmation while there is yet time to act. To that end, I propose we question his double. Given his role as the group's de facto mouthpiece, I should not be surprised if he were one of the Griffin's closest associates. And while he may not be aware of the most sensitive details, he can probably tell us of the mask's plans in broad strokes. Like the man whom he impersonates, however, he is wary of outsiders. He will not expose himself without a suitable incentive. My plan is as follows. You and Alfino will pose as adventurers fallen on hard times, inspired by his words to take up arms for a noble cause. Ida and I, as members of the Resistance, will recount tales of your past achievements and testify as to your usefulness in the struggles ahead. With our enthusiastic assurances still ringing in his ears, he will decide to welcome you in person, and we will arrange a meeting. You will need to look the part that we might maintain the charade, until we have him cornered at least. Here, this should be enough to purchase suitable garments from Talabot, and have him rub a respectable amount of dirt on them for good measure. Any questions? It all seems simple enough. Thank you. And with that, Crits, let us be off. Fuck it, we're just teleporting. We have enough gil for it. Got enough gil for it. Talabot is over in the back. Yeah? You want to buy what? I don't know what you're up to, but I want to know part of it. Here, then take the... Well, you're the ones with the girl, and seeing as how you're friends of Papalimo. There, tunic and slops for the both of you. Tailored and, treated to your taste. Now off with you before someone sees us together. Clothes maketh the man, as they say. Right then, I will go and change, and see you at the spot Papalimo marked on our maps. These again! God damn it. Could he have at least given us some shoes? I hate having to improvise. I hate having to improvise on shit. Nope. Nope. Those will have to do, I guess. Where's the spot that Papalimo marked on the map? It's in the north. Where's the fucking gate? This is bullshit. How's Alfino looking? Looks like he's got his small clothes boots on. Fuck it. Look at us, a pair of down-at-heel adventurers seeking a chance to recapture past glories. Yes, this should suffice. And now we play the waiting game. Oh, whoops, I didn't take off the neck. Voiceovers?
My thanks, comrades. You must be the esteemed adventurers of whom I've heard so much. I understand you have taken an interest in our cause.
A great interest, you might say. Your words have certainly made quite an impression on my friend and I. The Resistance has long, and some would say wisely, avoided open engagements with the Garleans, but you and yours seem confident against the world in arms. I can only assume you have good reason to be so bold. Why, one might even think you are planning to summon a primal. Because that would do much to explain the sizable shipment of crystals you recently received from your smuggler friends, whom our Ishgardian allies have since detained, lest you wonder.
I'd like to hear more about the Griffin. The real Griffin. Your performance earlier didn't fool us.
Ah, the famous scions of the Seventh Dawn. I should have known better than to think I could conceal the truth from you lot. You are right. I am not the Griffin, but I speak with his voice, and it was at his behest that we procured those crystals. You are wrong, however, if you think that we procured them to summon a primal. We used them to reach an accord with the Amalja. In exchange for crystals to summon their god, they will aid us in the fight for Alamegan liberation.
You've got to be joking! Have you gone completely mad? When people find out you helped the Lizardmen summon Ifrit, they'll turn on the Resistance. Alamigo will never be free!
This isn't a fairy tale, girl. We don't have the luxury to play at being honourable heroes. It's because the likes of you wouldn't sully your saintly hands that Alamigo's been under the yoke for the past 20 years. But the Griffin won't stand for it, and neither will we. We're ready to do whatever it takes.
Oh boy. The next expansion, I bet?
What proof do you have of this arrangement with the Emulger?
What? Aside from a lack of crystals? None. But the beastmen have a great big pile of the things if you fancy looking. You might want to hurry, though. It'll not be long before they summon their god. Search our camp if you don't believe me. We have naught to hide.
If there is a cache to be found, Ida and I will find it.
And as for us, we're going into Zonrock, huh?
Let's be off. Are you perchance the Warrior of Light?
You say I am?
Aye. I thought so. You should know that a great many who have joined us did so because you saved them. Because you showed them that one brave man can make a difference. You saved me too once. Helped a friend over in Quarry Mill make some medicine I needed. But that was a lifetime ago.
Wait, what? It's...
On behalf of my brothers and sisters, I thank you.
What was his name?
You gave us hope where there was none. Courage and strength when all was lost. We shall not squander your gift.
Wait, what was his name? What was his name?
I know that look, Ida, and I do not like it. You cannot seriously be contemplating taking up arms with that band of cutthroats.
I just...
If the Griffin and his men have their way, it is only a matter of time before the situation in Alamigo comes to a head. Your homeland's future teeters on a knife edge, and any reckless action, however small, could have irrevocable consequences. You mustn't lose sight of that, Ida. When the time comes, we must all make our choices, but we must do so in full possession of the facts. Now, let us away. There is work to be done.
Horn! Wait. No, Galleon! That's what his name! Quarryman, he said. Do you remember? Forgive me, you cannot be expected to recall every name and face. And besides, it's not as if it matters. I have long admired how you live in the present, how you focus on the problems at hand and always keep moving forward. So let us keep moving forward together, Chris. We must find and secure these crystals. This is no time for looking back. If we take the Griffin's double at his word, then the crystals are now someone within Zaharak. Be ready to be put to use by the Amalja. We must apprise Alice of all we have learned. I will join you both in Little Alamigo after I have changed. And I'm gonna change right now, cause Little Alamigo. Galleon. I can't believe it. Hey, Thancred's here. Now that Thancred has finally arrived, mayhap you could share our latest findings. Well, we figured out... You mean to tell me that while we were worrying ourselves sick, Ida and Papa Limo were here all along? Well, Ishchara will be relieved. And also angry. Mainly angry, I should think. As for the crystals, what choice do we have? We cannot very well leave them in the hands of the Amalja. For all we know, they could be preparing to summon Ifrit even as we speak. We must make for Zaharak without delay. Agreed. If there is aught else to discuss, let us depart on it. If there is naught else to discuss, let us depart at once. Yeah, and so they go forth, in accordance with the Griffin's plan. The players gather to assume their marks on a stage wreathed in flame. Ere long the curtain shall rise, and the drama of which I am to author, gods forgive me, shall alas be performed. Naught else remaineth, save to stand at the ready and pray that the chance is seized, for never shall we know its like again. Well, here we go. I confess I expected a rather warmer greeting, but we must not jump to conclusions, not until we have braved the Bowl of Embers. We must be ready to engage the enemy at any moment. If you would make any final preparations, pray do so now. I shall await your signal. Upon proceeding to the Bowl of Embers, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Time to do this.
This isn't right. The Amalja would never leave this place so poorly guarded.
Not willingly, no.
The saviors of Eorzea. Slow as ever.
You douchebags.
By the 12. Will you never learn?
You know, you're right. Mayhap it is time for a change of tack. Killing primals, tormenting beastmen, hastening the birth of a new god. It's all a bit much, isn't it? And frankly, we don't have the leisure to do it. But killing the warrior of light, on the other hand, that would soon plunge Eorzea into chaos. One life for one world. A fair exchange! Wouldn't you agree?
Lest you forget, you've more than one opponent.
carbuncle! Defend me!
Oh, suck it, bitch!
I sense you will offer more than mere target practice, unlike your sister.
Alize!
Okay, Alice, let's see what you...
Did I not tell you, Alphino? I am not the girl I once was. My brother was always the clever one, while my talents lay elsewhere.
Hello! Wait, what? Holy fuck! She just summoned an ethereal weapon out of fucking nowhere? Oh my god!
Eorzea's blade of light once stood by my side, now I shall stand at his, and defend this realm with all my might!
Holy fuck! Alright, let's do it! Let's kick some ass! Let's turn this into an orgy of blood! We've come too far! Sacrificed too much to stop now! You think you are the only ones who have known sorrow? So be it. On your guard! You asked for it! I will bleed to my last! Forgive me! Let's take out the Ranger next. No! No! I will not be denied so easily! Is this the power of the Echo? What? They're back? Where's Ida and Papa Limo? Where's Iashola when I need them? Damn it, Alice, you have one fucking job. Stay away from anyone who hard hits. Wait a minute. I have an idea. And as soon as I kill the healer, I'm gonna... Yeah, they're not gonna die on... Again, they rise! Have these warriors no limits? God damn it! I can't break free! It ends now! Oh, whoops.
Now.
No!
What?
The chains!
You snake! You would betray us as well?
He that holdeth fast unto his convictions shall never count betrayal amongst his crimes, though all the world may call him villain. My path is unchanged, my creed sacrosanct. This I believe with all my heart. But say, warrior of darkness, and speak true, what dost thou believe? That rendering up the souls of thy world in service to the rejoining will grant it salvation? Nay.
By the 12! Oriange!
Will you take off the mask already?
Mine apologies, Master Alphino. That the brightest light might shine, duty did compel me to walk in darkest shade.
You sweet fool. I was almost willing to believe you had turned against us. I expect a full explanation when this is over. For now, may I assume you have turned your cloak for the last time?
Let's hope so, because I want to kick his ass right now!
Thou mayest, my lady.
But at least we get to fucking see his eyes for once! Whoa!
I leave.
He's an Arcanist class too!
Odds, then. No matter. We'll crush the lot of you in one fell swoop!
Not this time!
Understood.
Hearken to me. We only have one chance.
Got it!
Channel your ether into my blade that I might strike before the mage casts his spell. I cannot do it alone, but together we can defeat them. Make ready! They come!
Here we go! Let's do this! Let's turn this out! Trying to beat us at our own game! Ha! Go to her, Chris! We'll deal with the others! I've given her all I can! The worst is up to you! You heard the man! Leave the fighting to us! Hurry, Chris! Give me your ether! How? There it is. Caution, Chris! You mustn't channel so much at once! Now, Blind Hearts! Kill him while he's weak! I'll never! Unto our blade we render our ether, that fortune might favor us this day! Someone get him off me! Someone get him off me! The fate of two worlds hangeth in the balance. Quickly, Chris! Thine ether! The fate of the... This has gone on long enough! Chomal! Kill the girl! Chris, the ranger! You must stop her! Hurry it up, Nalbot! I could use some help on the healing front here! We're going to lose if I don't... I'll kill you! We have to hurry, he's already ahead! We'll hold the line, Chris. But you... There! That's it! That's it! We've got them!
'Tis done. With this blade, I banish the darkness.
Oh!
Not like this.
Holy fuck! Alice!
Alize, are you hurt?
A touch dizzy, but otherwise fine. Thank you.
And there you have it. Our friend is too stubborn to die.
We are far from finished. Or have you never considered how we came to this world?
Crystals? You mean, like the Ascians?
Just so. As the Ascians flee unto the rift twixt planes with crystals of darkness, so did these warriors come hither with crystals of light.
Eloquent, as always. Aye, like the Ascians, we too are beyond death. You cannot defeat that which is eternal.
So you think?
Wait! Such methods as the Ascians employ require the renunciation of the flesh. You would have had to...
At long last you see. To save our world, we gave our lives.
Wait, what?
We were just adventurers trying to make our way. An odd job here, a favor there. We never aspired to be warriors of light. But word of our deeds spread, and soon people were calling us heroes. They placed their hopes and dreams on our shoulders, and bid us fight for all that was good and right. We fought, and we fought, and we fought, until there was no one left to fight. We won! And now our world is being erased from existence. We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this. You of all people should understand. We will not falter. We brought our world to the brink of destruction, and now we must save it.
I've died before, Arbet. I'm not afraid to die again.
So we finally learn his true name.
No matter how many times we fall, we must rise and carry on the fight for those we left behind.
to have known the depths of sorrow and embraced the highest sacrifice. Nonetheless, Master Louis-Sois, guide my hand, I pray you, as fate's thread spinneth upon this most capricious spindle. Quickly! Thou must needs invoke the power of thy crystal.
I can try. But what happens is the question. The Ethereal Sea. I took everyone there.
What is this place?
It's the Ethereal Sea.
Such pain. Such sorrow. Oh, my dear children.
It can't be.
It is.
Mother Heidelin, hearken unto your children's plea. From two worlds do we gather, and from two worlds do we offer a bounty of light. In this desperate hour we do beseech your intercession. We beg an audience with the word of the Mother, with your chosen Minfilia.
He knew?
Your cries go not unheard, nor your sacrifices unnoticed. Though many are lost, there are those we can yet save, whom I can yet save.
Minfilia.
Blessed children of the First, the light of your world hath grown blinding in its radiance, but it is not yet absolute. I will hie me to your world, and there take unto myself the light which riseth even now to drown it, as darkness once did drown another.
Now you deign to answer our prayers? I will suffer this farce no longer!
As the Ascians must serve as instruments of Zodiac's will, so too must others carry out the will of Heidelin. But for the boon you have granted her, she has grown strong enough to set me free, that I might serve as her emissary. Your suffering, your sacrifice, your supplications, she has heard all. We will not let the first fall to light. Thank you, Urianger, for bringing everyone here. It fills my heart with joy to look upon the faces of my friends once more.
In taking you unto her bosom, I knew that Heidelin had bequeathed to you a sliver of her grace, granting you strength longsword. And in treating with the Ascians, I learnt of a star like unto our own, a doomed world of fallen heroes, in whom I glimpsed ourselves. the first. Full long did I search for a means to save this world, concluding at the last that the answer lay in the power of blessed crystals. And thus did I labor to set light against dark. Yet I knew from the beginning that this salvation would not come without sacrifice. For the instrument of the first's deliverance would of necessity be required to journey thither, there to remain, mayhap forever.
You orchestrated all of this, not to save her, but to send her away!
One life for one world. Such was the bargain, and you the coin, though it were not mine to spend.
Have we not walked together in the light of the crystal, and at her bidding borne witness to the joys and sorrows of this land? Each and every one of you knows my heart. If this be the price I must pay, I pay it gladly.
You would go alone, then?
My dearest Thancred, you who have ever watched over me, I am truly grateful for all you have done on my behalf, as would my father be. Your kindness, your compassion, your love. These are your gifts to me, and our gifts to them, forming a bond which transcends time and space.
Sometimes I forget you are not the child I once knew. Make me proud.
Long have I watched you from Heidelin's side. Watched as you nurtured and kept safe the light of the dawn. The dark recesses of the world hide untold secrets and dangers. Thus do I entrust to you, Tupsimati. I pray you, keep to the path that you may never have need of it.
Tupsimati. Louis's staff. The staff of Thaliak. Thank you, Amphilia.
Twould seem the power of our crystals is all but spent. Perhaps, if there is naught else to be done.
Hear me, servant of Heidelin. If you would have us place our trust in you, then I would ask a favor. Take us with you. Take us home. We were blind to the truth once, so I tell you this, as one fool to another. Light, dark, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you choose to use them. We made our choice and you see what came of it, so please, forge a different path. Seize a better fate.
In another life, in another time, perhaps we could have been friends.
a strange feeling. So many times have I watched you depart, my heart filled with worry. And ever did you return to me in triumph. Someday, when I have found a way to free this star from her sorrow, I promise you I shall repay the favor.
Farewell, Minfilia. What's filming doing?
Thank you to me for everything.
Oh my God. My God. It would seem that we are in southern Thanalan again. Minfilia's doing, no doubt. May the 12 speed her on her way, and the warriors of darkness too. I cannot help but wonder what awaits those wayward souls. If they gave their lives in order to travel to the source, then in returning to the first, would they not? But mayhap that was her wish. An ending to mark a new beginning. And with it we get what? The wind-up moon breeder. Forgive me. My thoughts were elsewhere. And this one I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals. Leave them to me. I will go back to into Zaharak and secure them. The Amalja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the warriors of darkness gave them. They will not like to notice a lone bard skulking about. But Thancred, you... And don't have to do this, I know. But I want to. I will see you at the Rising Stones. I should go find Ida and Papalimo. They must have finished searching the Mask's camp by now. Not that it matters anymore. Alice? Oriange? You must be tired, Chris. I know I am. If thou would permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of my independent pursuits? When I saw you meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Ascian in white at the Great Library. I tried not to think of the worst. I tried not to think the worst. You've never been one to confide in others, so I knew that even were your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny a part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. Know that I took no pleasure in deceiving thee, and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did. That you but sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Chris, forgive me, but I believe the events of this day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. if thou wilt grant me leave, I would gladly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady hath regained her strength, we shall join thee at the Rising Stones. Until then, warrior of light. So where's Papa Limo? Back at Little Alamigo, which is where we're going. He's right outside the gate, so I needn't worry. Well met, Chris. Alphino said you would be joining us. 'Twould seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the mass camp. Did you perchance find one in Zaharak? Actually... And now we explain everything through silence. I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it, it's just... I don't know what it is. I sympathize, Ida. Even now I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with any certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphino, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoined Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives. And I hope that we might, in turn, offer our own opinions on the many challenges that you have faced in our absence. God, it has been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures. We should be glad to recount them, and Tataru's tales may well surprise you. Ida? Ida! Raga be praised, it is you! Ida, alive and standing before me in the flesh. I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now, has it really been so long that you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought beside your father in the revolution. Do not think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways. But the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission. Until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older.
Well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here, the Scions. Oh, sorry. We were still a circle of knowing back then, right. Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will. But right now, I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me.
Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for us all. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones. hell's take me from giving you that mask? Ooh. There's a background story we need to learn. But for the meantime, let's return to Mordona. You know what? Before we, we're gonna take a quick break.